Hi guys, it's Carrie Sweet. Something that's on my mind is want to talk for a minute about kids and social media. So we never had this problem growing up. Our phones had cords on them up until I was almost a senior in high school, and we had to sit in the living room. There was no social media. These kids these days is just, they don't understand the dangers of social media, especially the young ones like my two. And we've talked about it, and every time I think they're doing good and things like that, and I'm like, this is good, they're doing good, I just find out somehow they've snuck, made a profile, talking to people, and they want to do this thing called role play, where they act like they're someone else and someone else acts like they're someone else, which is probably what they're doing to begin with, because they're probably a grown man living in their mom's basement trying to get information on my daughter. So, and I know everyone's not like that, but there's so many kids missing, and I've started to be so strict about the social media because there's so many kids missing, so much bad things going on, and I'm just scared to death that my kid will be next. So, and they're role playing, they're carrying on these conversations in private, and it's just and a lot of it is like rated mature audience stuff that I don't even know how they know this stuff. I don't even know how they know this stuff. They know almost more than I know, and I've had kids, and that's almost impossible. And they always think, you don't know anything, you don't know what's going on, and this and that. And of course, we don't know anything. We don't know what it's like to be a teenage girl, to have teenage hormones, to be around teenage boys, to go to school, to talk to boys, any kind of situation. We don't know what that is because we never lived it and we've never done it. So anything you ever say to them, it's just like, oh, Mom, you just don't know. You just don't know. So it's just, and they look at you and lie to you to your face over this. They'll do anything. They'll kill someone just to get on social media. And I don't understand why. And it's not really the social media that bothers me. It's messaging people they don't know and talking in that way that they should not be talking, and they know better. They go to church on Sundays. They know about the Bible. It's just, they're too young to be talking about things like that. And no matter what I say, it's always, oh, they're sorry, but they're not sorry, because they're just sorry they got caught. Because if they were really sorry, they wouldn't wait. And the first chance they get their hand on something that can be connected to social media, they're making themselves an Instagram account, a Twitter. It's funny, they don't know how to do laundry, but they know how to make an Instagram account and set up their own email. And, but they can't do laundry or vacuum. They don't know what the settings of a dishwasher is. All you have to do is turn it on. It's ridiculous. I don't know what to do about it. I just don't know what to do. I'm at my wit's end. And once again, I find out they're on social media, messaging boys, some of them that they don't even know. And they love everybody. Oh, I love you so much. They don't even really know what real love is, other than a love for a parent. And I don't even know if they love their parent because they talk about them behind their back like a dog. I don't get it. just don't get it. And, you know, every time you think they're doing good, you're like, oh, they're doing good, they're telling the truth, you know, they're doing what they should be doing. You find out they're just doing that in front of your face. And yeah, we did stuff behind our mom's back, all that kind of stuff, but we didn't talk to grown men. We didn't send pictures of ourselves to grown men. We didn't be sexual. I mean, yeah, when I was about 16, I started having those feelings. But when I was in 8th grade, I didn't want to be sexual with a boy. I didn't even care. When I was in 8th grade, holding a boy's hand was like a big deal. I danced with a boy at the dance in 8th grade, and everybody was like, ooh, at a school dance. These kids are talking about stuff they shouldn't be talking about. So, I mean, I just don't know what to do. It's like if they're breathing, they're lying. And every time you think they're not lying, they're lying about not lying. And I know it can't just be my kids. I know it can't. Not with as much social media going around. And, you know, I can only imagine the kids that are allowed to have social media. I mean, just because you see their account, their main account, which you think you supervise, does not mean they don't have like 4 or 5 private accounts in different names that you don't even know about. I mean, and just because I could say anything. I could say I'm a 15-year-old boy, you know. It doesn't mean I'm actually a 15-year-old boy, because I'm not. I could get any kind of picture I wanted off the internet, put it on my profile, and say that's me. It doesn't mean it is me, though. Kids don't understand that. They think, oh, everybody tells us the truth. No, they're my friend, Mom. How can they be your friend? You don't even know them. You know nothing about them. We had a grown man call my house in the middle of the night, not my cell phone, I mean my home phone, that can be connected to my address. It can be looked up in the phone book, asking for my daughter, asking, and then saying he's interested in a relationship. And she's 12. She's 12. How did he even get my home number? How does that even happen? And then they think that can't happen. He could be outside our house when they go to the bus. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous. And even after that, of course, there was like a couple months of like, oh my God, I'm going to get kidnapped. Oh no. You know, and then they're right back on social media. Right back doing the same thing. Of course, behind my back, because they know I won't allow it. So they have friends that apparently set this stuff up for them and let them have their phone at school, and there's no way to really stop it. I mean, you can limit it when they're at home because you have control. If you take every single electronic device with you to work, because when they get off the bus, they have free reign until I get home. And, you know, and the society makes it where both parents almost have to work all the time. You cannot hover over them forever because bills, I mean, it's crazy. Both parents just about in every home have to work just to live. And I'm not even talking about live comfortably, just live. And so the kids just do whatever they want because there's no one there to supervise them. So, and even if there was, they would sneak off and spend an hour in the bathroom. They would steal, kill. They do whatever they do whatever they had to do just to get on social media and message guys and role play. And I don't know. I just don't know, and I just don't know what to do, other than I've changed my passwords and everything like that on everything I have, and I don't know. I'm even thinking about taking the home phone to work with me. That way, when they get here, that's it. They're here. Maybe get nanny cams. I just don't know anymore. I don't know. If anyone else is possibly going through the same thing, you just like, comment, subscribe, share with me your knowledge. I'll share with you my knowledge, and we'll just try to figure it out as parents together, because they're never your friends. Your kids are never your best friends until they're like 19 or older, and then they're paying their own bills. They move out, they're paying their own bills. They've got a dose of reality where they actually know that you're telling the truth, that society could care less if you're laying in a ditch starving. Your parents, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, they're really the only ones that care if you're starving or not. Your work, the only thing they get ticked off about is if you come in or not. And if you don't, they'll just fire you, get someone else to replace you. It's no big deal. No big deal. They don't care if you don't have that job and you're going to starve to death. They don't care if you had a stroke and that's just because you had a stroke. You can't come in for like a month. They'll just fire you. They don't care. All they care about is show up and get the job done, make me money, and go home. They don't care. And your kids won't understand that until they get a job, get out, and pay their own bills. Then they come around, wanting to be your friend all of a sudden because they understand what you're going through. And then when they have kids, they'll really understand. They'll really understand. That's when they'll get a little sense in their head. But right now, they're not your friend. They're just doing what they can do in front of your face to get what they can out of you, and talking smack about you behind your back. Of course, because we're dumb, we don't know anything. We have no life experience at all in anything they're going through. And just sneaking around and lying just constantly. It's all the time. From the time they're born until they get the freak out of your house, they're lying to you pretty much every day, on a daily basis. I can guarantee it. If it's not one thing, they're lying about something else. And even if you caught them red-handed, I mean, if I came in and I caught my daughter red-handed with something in her hand, she would claim it wasn't hers. It's not her fault. Someone framed her. She didn't know it was in her hand. I mean, it's just, they will deny anything that they think they can get away with denying and lie about it. And I know it can't just be my kids. And the teenager, oh my God, the worst. I don't know. I mean, I got a dog just so I would have something that was happy to see me when I got home. And it's been, I think the dog is the only real one that really loves me. I mean, my mom's dead. My husband's deployed. I don't know what to do. It sucks when you don't have anybody. I rarely talk to my siblings, and I love them, but they have their own lives, and I understand because they're going through the same BS I'm going through. They don't have time to get on the phone and call me and chat about everything that's happened that day because they're dealing with their own BS. And I understand that as a parent and a grown-up. And it's just, in the first 6 months my husband was gone, the first couple of months I was just scared to death. I didn't know if I kept hearing noises outside. I was just scared to death every night. And then a month, I was like, this is great. I have the bed to myself. And then he came home for 10 days, you know, after 6 months of being gone. And now he's gone for 6 more months. And it's just, it's awful. It's awful because I'm going through this alone in the house with possessed teenagers. And the only one that really cares is the dog. And I talk to her, and you know, she loves me, and she looks at me with those understanding eyes, because she knows she's trapped. She knows what goes on, you know, but she can't talk back. She can't tell me. She can comfort, yeah, it's good, but it's not the same, you know. And it's just hard. I can't call my mom and ask her for motherly advice, and they just don't understand what it's like not to have a mom. They just, and I hope that I get a long time, because, you know, you think you're gonna have your mom forever, and you don't. You take that time for granted, and I've tried to tell them that. I've tried my best to tell them, never take it for granted. Now my two oldest children, I've got 4 girls. Anyway, my 2 oldest children have moved out, and they're on their own, and one lives further away, and I don't really get to talk to her that much, but I know she loves me. She's got her own crap going on, her own life. And my oldest daughter, she lives closer, and she comes in and checks on me, has lunch with me, and I see her for about, she's been really good. Since my husband got deployed, my oldest daughter has been a blessing to, which I haven't really broke down and cried and stuff, because she's really soft-hearted, so I know she don't want to see me crying. But it's just really hard not having a mom. It's terrible. It's one of the worst feelings. And then my husband gone, and you know, it's gonna be my birthday. It's gonna be Christmas. And I just alone. Anyway, I don't want to have a pity party. I just wanted to, I guess, just getting it off my chest to any more grown-ups that might know what I'm going through, you know, any military wives and moms that are having to hold down the fort by themselves, and anybody that's lost a parent, you know, just comment, and you know, just anyone that knows what I'm going through.